Guys, genuinely, does cabin crew mean something different in the UK? Because I have never been more stressed watching a man talk about a person's job as though it means something else. Here, cabin crew just means, you know, that they're a stewardess, they're a flight attendant. There are like 12 different titles for it, but it's someone who's on the flight as a stewardess and runs the flight. I'm catching up on Love is Blind UK, and truly one of the most confusing things has been how much of an issue that this has been in their relationship. Because not only does this guy almost not propose to the woman who seems like a really good fit for him, but also when he like somehow works past this, even though he's talking about it with like the most gravitas situation, like as though she's going to Mars, like she's an astronaut and he's worried about the fact that they're gonna get married and she's gonna have to leave for like 10 years or maybe never come back. Like that is the level at which this man is talking about cabin crew when he's talking to her about her job. When she goes to meet his dad brings it up as like the one thing that he said you definitely can't survive when you leave. The last thing he apparently said to his dad before telling him that he was going to go on an experimental trip where he got to go into a pod and try to fall in love and get engaged without ever seeing someone. The last thing he says is everything will be fine as long as there are no cabin crew. If there are any air stewardess, I'm going to be home in 2 days. I'm very puzzled by this situation. There's obviously something underlying here, and maybe it's being edited to like be more and more. I'm sure that that's like a possible situation, but the fact that the level of concern about this one specific job was so bad that it was the only thing that you said would send you home. Like, what if Dexter was on the other side? Or what if there had been an astronaut on the other side of that pod? Would he have stayed? Would he have been fine with someone going to Mars but not being an air stewardess? I don't know why I'm so focused on astronaut and Mars, but the level at which this man is concerned about cabin crew is so high. So I do assume at some point we will find out that he has some sort of trauma related to airplanes and to air stewardess. And I know he said something about he dated someone and it didn't work out, but this just feels so intense. And I would like to know if there is something culturally that I'm missing out on. Is there something in the UK about this job that means something different than it does here? Because I do not understand how it could be this intense. Please let me know so that I can put this to bed in my heart.